Best graduate student loans. As a graduate student, you can take out federal direct unsubsidized loans, graduate plus loans, or private student loans. Federal direct unsubsidized loans often have the lowest interest rates and most flexible repayment options. However, direct unsubsidized loans can only be used to borrow up to $20,500 each year, and some students may require more. We have chosen the top federal and private loan alternatives for graduate students based on factors such as fees, repayment options, and convenience of application. Several lenders offer specialized loan programs for those pursuing a Master of Business Administration, MBA, law or medical degree. For this list, we compared only generalized graduate degree loans for masters or PhD students in other fields. Tips to compare graduate student loans. Federal direct unsubsidized student loans are an excellent choice for graduate students because they do not require a credit check or a cosigner. If you need more money for education than the unsubsidized loans give, you may choose graduate plus loans, which require a credit check. However, the government is specifically looking for bad evaluations. If you have one or more of the following items on your credit report, you are deemed to have adverse credit history. Debts totaling more than 2,085 that are at least 90 or more days past due or that were in collections or charged off in the past 2 years. Default determination within the past 5 years. Bankruptcy within the past 5 years. Foreclosure within the past 5 years. Repossession within the past 5 years. Tax lien within the past 5 years. Wage garnishment within the past 5 years. Charge off of a federal student aid debt within the past 5 years. However, if you discover you have an adverse credit history after applying, you can explain the circumstances that led to it, and the government may decide that you are qualified for a plus loan after receiving financial counseling. Another alternative is to find an endorser akin to a cosigner who will assist you qualify. Some borrowers might qualify for a lower rate on a private graduate student loan than on a plus loan. But when comparing interest rates among private lenders, know that only the borrowers with the highest credit scores, least outstanding debt, and strongest incomes will get the lowest rates. For graduate students, that often means using a cosigner. All private student loan rates listed on this page also include a standard 0.25% interest rate discount for using automatic payments. So it's best to identify the interest rate and terms you'd receive on a private loan, then compare the overall cost and features with those of a plus loan. A student loan calculator can help you determine how much you'll pay over time. What is a graduate student loan? Graduate student loans, whether government or private, are intended for graduate students seeking master's, doctoral, or other advanced degrees. Direct unsubsidized and grad plus loans are two types of federal graduate student loans. Direct unsubsidized loans have a maximum borrowing limit of $20,500 annually. Grad plus loans, on the other hand, allow you to borrow up to your school's cost of attendance, minus any other financial aid you have earned. Graduate student loans are also available from private lenders, including banks, credit unions, and online lenders. Many let you to borrow up to your school's cost of attendance. However, some have lower limitations. Some lenders create loans expressly for MBA, law, and medical students, while federal graduate student loans have fixed interest rates that apply to all borrowers. Private student loans provide a variety of fixed or variable rates. Borrowers with the finest credit are often eligible for the lowest rates. Whether you take a federal or private graduate student loan, you can use it for tuition, fees, and other educational expenses. How do student loans work in graduate school? Graduate student loans are identical to undergraduate loans. Graduate students can apply for both federal and private student loans. Federal loans are often easier to qualify for, have more flexible repayment choices, and may have cheaper interest rates than private debt. They also provide significant perks and protections, such as loan forgiveness programs and a moratorium on payments and interest accrual, which has been in effect since March 2020, according to COVID-19. Keep in mind that graduate student loans typically come with higher loan limits compared to undergraduate debt, meaning you can borrow a larger amount each year up to your school's cost of attendance or up to a lifetime limit. This is because options like business or law school are generally more expensive than a bachelor's degree. Along with higher borrowing limits, graduate student loans usually come with higher interest rates too. For example, undergrads can borrow federal unsubsidized loans with a 3.73% rate in the 2021-22 school year, while graduate students will pay 5.28% for the same loan. Graduate student loan limits. The maximum amount you can borrow for graduate school varies according to loan type. Direct unsubsidized loans have an annual limit of $2,500 and an aggregate ceiling of $130,500, with no more than $65,500 for the unsubsidized loans. Grad plus loans allow you to borrow up to the whole cost of attendance minus any other financial aid you have earned as determined by your school. Private student loan borrowing restrictions vary by lender. Many, however, will enable you to borrow up to your school's complete cost of attendance. Alternatives to graduate student loans. While student loans can help you cover a gap in funding, you may want to keep borrowing to a minimum. Consider these alternatives to graduate student loans to help you pay for school. Grants. You may qualify for federal, state, or school grants, which require no repayment based on your financial need or course of study. Federal grants for graduate students include Teach grants and Fulbright grants. Scholarships. It's also worth applying for scholarships, which may be awarded based on financial need, academic merit, athletics, or other achievements. Work study. Students with financial need can qualify for the work study program where they can find part-time jobs on or off campus part-time job. If you don't qualify for work study, you might still seek out part-time work to make some money for school. Savings. Drawing on your personal savings can also help you reduce the amount you need to borrow in student loans. Income share agreements. Another alternative to graduate student loans is an income share agreement, through which you get help to pay for school in exchange for a portion of your future earnings for a set period of time. As we conclude our financial education journey, remember that mastering your finances is a lifelong process. By equipping yourself with knowledge and making informed decisions, you pave the way for financial stability and prosperity. Whether it's budgeting, investing, or planning for retirement, the principles of financial literacy empower you to take control of your economic future. Keep learning, stay disciplined, and embrace the opportunities that come your way. Here's to your financial success. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.